Good, happy Thursday evening, June 24, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Thursday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday evening, so let's begin. First up, mass woman killed in crash with truck in New Hampshire. A Massachusetts woman was killed after her minivan crashed into a truck in Pelham, New Hampshire, according to police. The crash happened around 7:30 a.m. on Mammoth Road near Angus Way, police in Pelham said. A 30-year-old Dracut woman was driving a Toyota when investigators believe she crossed to the other side and hit a Ford F-650 driven by a 63-year-old man from Norwood, Massachusetts. The woman in the minivan was flown to Leahy Clinic in Burlington, Massachusetts, where she later died. The crash caused the truck to flip on its side, damaging the front driver's side. The man was not injured, police said. He is cooperating, and investigators believe he was not able to avoid the minivan after it crossed into his lane. Mammoth Road was closed after the crash while the scene was being processed. Rep. Chris Pappas mourns 15-year-old nephew who drowned in Bedford Pond. Congressman Chris Pappas on Wednesday shared the devastating news that his nephew is the teen who drowned in Sabins Pond over the weekend in Bedford, New Hampshire. There are no words to describe the magnitude of the loss of this amazing 15-year-old, or what he meant to all who knew and loved him, Pappas wrote on Twitter. The teen's obituary says he passed away in the process of swinging for the limits, simply enjoying a summer evening with friends as a teenage boy. According to police, the 15-year-old was playing on a rope swing with several friends at the pond Sunday evening when he landed into the water and surfaced briefly and then went under. Bedford police responded around 7 p.m. after one of the teen's friends called 911, and Nashua Fire Department divers recovered his body around 9:15 p.m. The Bedford High School student had just finished his freshman year and had made detailed RV travel plans for the summer so he could ride the steepest, fastest, and craziest roller coasters in the world, his obituary said. The teen's dream of becoming a world-famous roller coaster designer. The teen, who was born in Boston, was very excited for his sophomore year classes. Pappas described his nephew as super smart, saying he knew his alphabet before turning 2 and was a whiz when it came to geography. The teen also loved his family, friends, and teammates, and was always organizing activities to bring people together to have fun, Pappas said. The teen was the son of Pappas's sister and her husband, Eric. He had 3 siblings and 2 pets whom he loved dearly. A 13-year-old sister and 11-year-old sister and an 8-year-old sister. And their dog, Wilson, and cat, Hazel. The teen and his brother and sisters would play basketball almost every evening, rain or shine, his obituary said. The rising 10th grader loved basketball more than anything and dreamed of earning a spot on his high school's varsity team. The teen was also proud to work at his family's restaurant, the popular Puritan Back Room, like the 4 generations before him. The teen was bussed tables and worked in the kitchen, his obituary said. On Monday, the Manchester restaurant was closed with its Facebook page citing an emergency. In his obituary, his parents said the coronavirus pandemic gave them hours, days, and weeks to spend together with their beloved son that they wouldn't have had otherwise during that time. The teen made his family homemade pasta and sauce, and even air-fried churros for dessert. We simply were given the invaluable gift of time with a boy we will never get enough with, the obituary read. We are so very grateful for him. He was truly a gift to all of us. Pappas said he would forever treasure the time he was able to bring him and his siblings on the House floor, acknowledging that his nephew was awestruck by the U.S. Capitol building and all it stands for. He was dazzled us in infinite ways. He challenged us and taught us so much. He made us laugh and brought those around him closer together, the congressman said. He will forever be in our hearts, and he will cherish every moment of the 15 years he graced this earth. May his memories truly be eternal. Following Pappas's social media post Wednesday, Rep. Annie Custer said she was heartbroken and expressed her condolence. Custer said in a statement that she had reached out to Pappas to support him and his family during this difficult time. The Pappas family is beloved by our entire federal delegation and by constituents across the Granite State, she said. We urge respect for the family's privacy and compassion for their loss in the coming days. A funeral service for the teen will be held at 11 a.m. Friday at Bedford Presbyterian Church. Anyone attending is required to wear a mask inside. A celebration will be held afterwards at the Puritan Backroom Conference Center and is open to all who would like to celebrate the teen's life. Anyone attending should feel free to wear any jersey they like because the teen would never want to make someone dressed up. And our thoughts and prayers go to his family, friends. After New Hampshire Amber Alert, police issue a warning. It was likely a result of a phone scam. Let's take a listen to that video from NECN.
News out of Manchester, New Hampshire. A missing mother and her son who had been reported missing have been now found safe. Investigators say 26-year-old Elias Marie Romano Salgado and her 4-year-old son Armani Napatali Molan were located in Manchester. So far, no other details have been released, but it is good to know mom and son have been found.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff defends study of critical race theory. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
You've got your Gammy's hair and your mama's will, woven into every strand. So believe in your roots, baby, and greatness will follow.
America's top general firing back at Republican lawmakers on Capitol Hill over what West Point is teaching its cadets. Chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl has the latest on this. John, this was really something to see.
It sure was, Cecilia. In the face of an onslaught of criticism from Republicans, the Pentagon's top leaders forcefully defended the military's approach to dealing with racism and extremism.
On Capitol Hill, America's highest-ranking general weighed in on an emerging culture war. He was responding to Republican congressmen who slammed the Pentagon's top brass over the curriculum at West Point, accusing the Academy of embracing divisive theories on race, pointing to one class in particular.
The seminar that over 100 cadets attended, titled Understanding Whiteness and White Rage, taught by a woman who described the Republican Party platform as a platform of white supremacy. This is going on at West Point as we speak, to our future military leaders.
Milley's response invokes the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol.
I do think it's important, actually, for those of us in uniform to be open-minded and be widely read. And the United States Military Academy is a university, and it is important that we train and we understand. And I want to understand white rage, and I'm white, and I want to understand it. So what is it that caused thousands of people to assault this building and try to overturn the Constitution of the United States of America? What caused that? I want to find that out.
General went on to say there's nothing wrong with studying controversial ideas. In fact, it's important.
I've read Mao Zedong. I've read Karl Marx. I've read Lenin. That doesn't make me a communist. So what is wrong with understanding, having some situational understanding about the country for which we are here to defend? And I personally find it offensive that we are accusing the United States military, our general officers, our commissioned, non-commissioned officers, of being, quote, woke or something else because we're studying some theories that are out there.
General Milley said it would be an especially bad idea to censor the study of America's troubled history on race. He said that understanding that, quote, matters to the discipline and cohesion of this military. Cecilia?
Karl, thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Rock.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another Newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and goodbye.